Welcome back to Crypto Tutorial. On today's video, I'm going to talk about the Litecoin and how it's currently performing and how it will be performing in the upcoming days and perhaps weeks. So let's get started. Before doing so, I would like to thank you for watching my previous videos. And also, if you're liking the content, do not forget to give me a thumbs up down below. It will be highly appreciated. And let's get started. If we take a look right now at the Litecoin compared to Bitcoin chart on the 4-hourly time frame, what I'm clearly noticing right away is that we have been able to break above this previous descending resistance. You could clearly see that we were rejected by this resistance line multiple times before being able to break out above it. Right now we are experiencing that point in time, and what you can clearly see is that we are heading towards a retest of this downward sloping resistance, but instead of resistance it is right now a downward sloping support line, and I am really hoping we will be able to find support on top before heading even further towards the upside. So this is something I wanted to show you as well. Even more important is the EMA ribbon on the 4-hourly time frame that is right now for the first time once again serving as a level of support instead of a previous level of resistance. You could clearly see as well in the past that the EMA ribbon had a major impact as well on the price on this trend compared to Bitcoin, and right now when we broke above it, right now we are seeing clearly that we are able to find support right on top of the EMA ribbon. So I think this is something very healthy and as well very good for the overall uptrend. So this is something I wanted to show you on the daily time frame. I think this is absolutely marvelous due to the fact that because we are seeing this trend reversal on the strength compared to Bitcoin chart, we might as well see an increase in a Litecoin's price action, and therefore I would like to discuss as well the MACD. If we take a look at the MACD on the 4-hourly time frame, we are heading towards a crossover, and this perhaps might be inevitable, but what I have seen as well is if we take a look at the daily time frame is something that could actually prevent this crossover to happen, and that is the crossover on the daily time frame that is actually taking place right now. So perhaps we might see a crossover on the daily time frame and a major increase in Litecoin strength compared to Bitcoin. So I wanted to keep it short on the Litecoin compared to Bitcoin chart. It's looking very well to me. The trend reversal is clearly a sign that we might see an increase in Litecoin strength compared to Bitcoin, and as well the crossover on the MACD on the daily time frame will give Litecoin eventually major momentum towards the upside. What I think is also very important is that the EMA ribbon for the first time is once again serving as a level of support, and that will be very helpful as well. So before going straight back towards the Litecoin compared to USD chart, I would like to actually show you my Twitter. And if you are not yet following me on Twitter, do not forget to follow @ToroCrypto, where I will be updating you about all the price actions of XRP and as well other type of cryptocurrencies and all my upcoming videos. So thank you very much for doing so. If we take a look at the Litecoin compared to USD chart, and I would like to start on the 4-hourly time frame, I have already drawn two different things. Firstly, I would like to talk about this ascending support line. This ascending support line serves for quite a long time as a major level of support. You can clearly see that Litecoin's price action got supported by this ascending support several times before we broke down below it at this point in time. So perhaps a lot of you might think, why is he still looking at this ascending support? The fact is, I am actually taking a look at this ascending support because it is very important to me to be able to break actually above this ascending support line, and right now, of course, an ascending resistance line, and being able to break out above it and find support on top of it, re-entering the previous uptrend. Of course, that might be something that won't occur if we see Litecoin will still trade sideways for a while and not being able to break up towards the upside. If that occurs, we won't be talking about this ascending resistance, but right now I think this is still a major target where we have to break above if we increase during the upcoming days exponentially towards the upside, and we have to find support on top of it, and therefore I decided to place this ascending resistance and support on this chart just to show you what I actually think about it. As well, if we take a look at the prior Litecoin's price action, you can clearly see that we were trading inside of this parallel channel, and right now we were clearly getting supported once again by this ascending support line, and we have already been rejected twice already on the upper part by this ascending resistance. So what does this actually mean? Well, clearly this is a major level of support, and I'm very glad that that level is there right now. because this level will eventually serve not just as a level of support, but as well as a great level to actually retrace back to if we are not able to break above this ascending resistance. But due to the fact that we're seeing a crossover on the daily time frame on the Litecoin compared to Bitcoin chart, we might see an increase in its strength, and as well then it will be very likely to see an increase in Litecoin's price action as well. So this being said, I would like to enable the EMA ribbon. You can clearly see that the EMA ribbon also is right now supporting once again Litecoin's price action. That is looking very good to me, and for sure this will serve as a major level of support. Therefore I would like to have even a better look. I would like to also enable the RSI. What we are clearly seeing on the RSI, and this is something that actually does concern me a little, is that we are already quite high or in the upper part of the purple area, and therefore it could be very likely that we would see a breakout towards the upside, heading towards the overbought area, and once again re-entering the purple box and having a major decline in its momentum, and this would actually have a major impact in Litecoin's price action. So this is something I don't think is very good looking right now. Also, what I've seen is you can clearly see at this point in time we were over here. We were actually creating a higher high than where we're currently at, and unfortunately right now, if you ask me, we are as well creating perhaps a higher high on the RSI. It's not still there, but if we see a major increase during the upcoming days, we might see a bearish divergence on Litecoin's price action, and that for sure will have a major negative impact on the speed it will try to increase. So this looks to me as something you would like to monitor very closely, but still the overall price action of Litecoin is looking very good. So if you would like to see an eventual breakout taking place, my personal opinion is that we have to break out actually above this ascending resistance, and being able to break above it, find support on top of it, and breaking even further towards the upside. So this is my scenario, how I would like to actually take a look at the possible scenarios on Litecoin and where will we be heading towards if this occurs. Therefore, I would like to actually place a Fibonacci retracement from its prior high all the way towards the lowest part on the chart of this year 2021, and you can clearly see that if we are seeing a breakout occur, we would be heading towards the 0.382 Fibonacci level at $222. For sure, that is the level I would personally like to stay on top on, find support on top before heading even further, and it will be actually also very healthy to actually re-enter that space at the golden pocket entry, because if this occurs, I think afterwards, we will have an exponential increase in Litecoin's price action, and it might be heading very quickly towards the upside. And I think that is very good to know. So therefore, I would like to actually break out above the 0.382, find support on top of it before heading even further. This being said, lastly, I would like to discuss the MACD. On the MACD, you can clearly see that we are right now on the 4-hourly time frame actually looking not extremely well, but not bad either. We are seeing this major increase in momentum towards the upside. We saw a crossover yesterday occur on the MACD, and afterwards we saw a major increase in its price action. And if we take a look at, for example, the daily time frame, you can clearly see that we will be heading towards a crossover. If we keep on going with this major movement towards the upside, we will eventually see a crossover on the MACD and the daily time frame, and this will have, of course, a lot of influence in the price action overall. Thank you very much for watching this video, and if you like the content so far, I would highly appreciate if you could give me a thumbs up down below and also subscribe to the channel. Once again, have a nice day.
Hooking up my wallet, then we flip it so smoothly. Catch me in the kitchen like a chef on sushi, cruising about 88 miles like Marty.